Hello everyone, Brian here from Brian's Broadcast. Hope all of you are doing fantastic. Today's fragrance review is none other than the Stronger With You Freeze from the house of Emporio Armani. My friends, this particular fragrance is a flanker of the original Stronger With You from the same house, and that particular fragrance is one beautiful fragrance, I would say. I tested it in Macy's, but for some reason I did not find it very appealing. Although I do like sweet fragrances, I have some syrupy sweet fragrances that are like monstrously sweet, but then again, this particular line I did not own before. In 2020, they released this particular fragrance, the Stronger With You Freeze, and ever since it came out, I was reading all the reviews, I was looking at other reviewers' works and listening to what they had to say, and then finally, I pulled the trigger. So my friends, this is the box. And oh, did you forget to subscribe to my channel? Do hit that subscribe button and the bell icon too to get all the updates from my channel. So let's proceed. This is the box. It's slightly greenish kind of gray. It's beautiful. I really like it. It's probably, they call it freeze, and probably they wanted to give it the essence of winter, like the dark gloomy day in winter, you know, like the skies are clouded, it's covered in mist or fog, the sun is not there, some kind of a vibe like that. So this is the box, and as with all Stronger With You flankers out there, the original, the Stronger With You Intensely, all the other ones, they have this particular ribbon-like presentation that it's like an infinite loop, it's going all around. So that's the box for you, that's on the top, and over here, if you've got the authentic fragrance, you will have the Emporio Armani logo right here, as you can see. And on the bottom, you get your batch code and the house name and some other information on the back, your contents and whatsoever. Nothing going on the sides. The bottle is something you have to like really appreciate. As with all Stronger With You flankers, it's the same bottle construction, same bottle design, but the presentation is something else on this one. Just look at this. This is the Stronger With You Freeze. As with all Stronger With You line, they have the same kind of cap, the same kind of ribbon. It's like that infinite ribbon you saw on the box itself. So that was the cap, and mind you, the cap, although it locks in place, but it's a very small kind of clicking lock. Do not try to hold this bottle by the cap. It'll fall and break immediately because this is a very heavy bottle, I would say. It opens very nicely, and you can see like it's a very shiny cap, and inside the cap you will see there's the Emporio Armani logo inside that's embossed into the plastic. That's the atomizer, guys, and on top of the atomizer, again, you got the Armani, Emporio Armani logo over there. And as with all other flankers from this particular line, it just does not sit randomly. It has this particular notch. You gotta match it up, press, it's gonna sit immediately. And look at this bottle. It just, in your hands, it just feels like a piece of ice. Like this frosted glass feels like ice, and this beautiful warm amber kind of juice inside. This is just awesome, man. Like, I do not have a bottle that looks so beautiful like this. That's the bottom of the bottle. Just look at it. It's something, I mean, even if you don't like sweet fragrances, you'll definitely try and own a bottle of this particular baby. Just because of the bottle, it's so beautiful. I really like it. Let me take a whiff. Man, I'm going nuts on this fragrance. So my regret, the only regret I have is that why I did not get it when the time was right, because like this is definitely not a summertime fragrance. Although some people say like, yeah, of course, like this is not too cloyingly or syrupy kind of sweet, but it's pretty heavy. Projects like a monster. This is one of those monstrous projection fragrances, and I would not recommend using it in the summer months. Definitely not in the hot humid days or nights. Maybe, you know, one of those cool breezy evenings, maybe you can pull it off, but definitely not in an enclosed space. has to be in an open space, because like people catch a lot of this on their nose. It's very sweet, not too sweet, but it definitely like on the upper end of the sweetness, and beautifully done. Let me quickly read out the note breakdown from fragrantica.com. So on the top notes, you got the ginger, lime, mandarin orange, and apple. On the mids, you get the lavender, cardamom, bourbon, geranium, and sage. On the base, you get the bourbon vanilla, amber wood, gaiac wood, and marron glaze. I don't know what marron glaze is, but I'll tell you what I got, like what my experience was with this particular fragrance. So Stronger With You Freeze, when I spray it, immediately this warm, beautiful ginger and the apple and the mandarin orange, they just engulf my senses. Like, it's a beautiful kind of opening. This is something like, I do not own a fragrance that has a beautiful opening like this. I have a lot of other fragrances, like a ton of fragrances in my collection, but this is something else. Like, to my nose, it was different. It was not something that I have experienced before. And this particular one, Stronger With You Freeze, in the mids, you see like when they say you have the lavender, cardamom, bourbon geranium, and the sage, it's got this herbaceous floral kind of mid. So once the freshness, warmth starts drying down, it mellows down to this herbaceous kind of warm, herbaceous, and seductive and subtle kind of vibe with this cardamom and lavender. Beautiful. It's just beautiful. But I will tell you one thing. At one point, like as the fragrance dries down all the way to the base, and once it starts hitting that vanilla and the gaiac wood, when the sweetness, the actual sweetness, the vanillic sweetness, I hope I'm not wrong using the term vanillic, I'm not sure even a word like that exists, but that's just to express like my feelings. I have a feeling that it almost to some extent gives a representation, or it reminds me of this particular one, Wanted, the original Wanted from Azzaro. This is a monstrous fragrance, like definitely for the winter time, very cold days or nights. Definitely not worth trying in summer. Do not attempt it. You're gonna offend people. Of course, like fragrances are subjective. If you wear it for yourself, go do it, man. No one's stopping you, but you don't want to draw the wrong side of attention from people. That's what I try to mean here. It's very subjective, I understand completely, but you do realize like your actions will always draw attention, the wrong kind of attention if you do the wrong kind of things. So this particular fragrance, Freeze, Stronger With You Freeze, it's very warm, it's very inviting, and at the same time it's very sweet. So all these properties I got from this particular fragrance, and longevity on this particular one, I used 4 sprays. I didn't use too much. I didn't spray too much because like when I started using it, the weather was already starting to heat up. So like there were particular days in New York City, it was pretty cold, chilly, and it was very windy on those days. So I tried using this. A lot of compliments. I went to a restaurant, and 2 or 3 people, they did ask me like what I'm wearing, and that too with the mask on. So I did not eat at the restaurant. I just did a pickup, but people did get, this fragrance went through their mask. So you can imagine the potency of this particular juice. So guys, this is well above the average performance. So on my skin and clothes combined with that 4 sprays, and I tried it like for a whole week, I got a performance of like around 9 to 10 hours on my skin and clothes combined. Beautiful fragrance. And the dry down, the vanilla vibe when it starts, like it starts wafting from your skin, and with the gaiac wood, the sweetness and the amberiness, it's just beautiful, guys. Just beautiful. It's not syrupy sweet like this one. It's not cloyingly sweet like this Azzaro Wanted, the original. I do not own the Azzaro Night, and I see like a lot of people like it, and they say like the sweetness is toned down in that. It's not too syrupy sweet. But then again, I will try that at some point in time. But this is what I own, and this is the kind of vibe I get. Like something is there. Like these two resemble each other, like at one particular point, and then after that it's gone. This particular vibe is gone, and then it comes this this particular fragrance comes into play again. It has its own beautiful character. Definitely worth trying, guys. It's a 2020 release, so if you're in the market for some sweet fragrances, and with the upcoming winter, of course, like in the near future, and definitely not now, because it's gonna be summer very soon here in New York and other places in the world, like they are already having a full-blown summertime right now. So this is not recommended for summertime. Definitely for fall, late fall to winter, heavy winter. So guys, that was my take on Stronger With You Freeze. Let me know in the comment section below if you own a bottle of this, or if you own some other fragrance of the same line. Let me know your experiences. What are your thoughts on this fragrance? And please, please, please subscribe to my channel, like, share, and don't forget to hit that bell icon. Do not miss anything from my channel. Thank you guys. Take care.